All right, step number one is you gotta make the fire. And it's really easy. If it's not dry, it just won't get hot. But that's a problem. You just kind of put it in like that. Make sure it can breathe a little bit. You gotta take some birch bark, which you just get periodically here and there throughout the course of your life. Take this or a match if you need it. Light it like that. I made a mistake. You gotta make sure this little thing is open, otherwise you'll get a smoky house. And do that, and in about 2 minutes, you'll have a really hot fire, and that's it. Welcome to another show of Cooking in Quarantine. I'm your guest, Matthew Sheets. Alright guys, I'm glad you're here to learn how to cook in isolation. I'm in a cabin, there's no electricity, there's no running water, except for this. There's nothing, and so, the essentials. Sometimes we think, man, we gotta rough it. There's a disease, virus thing spreading all around. We gotta go out to a cabin, middle of nowhere, and I say, yeah, go for it, do it. It's totally worth it. But people eat like trash, like, oh, I gotta eat like flour dust and like camp food. No, don't eat camping food. Everybody knows that money's tight. We can't spend money on all that camping food. If you've ever gone camping with people before, you know they spend like 8 times as much on camping food than they do on regular food. So don't do that. You'll go broke eating camp food. I mean, or it's trash. Like, who wants to eat green beans all day long? So, today, we're going to teach you how to cook pizza. All right, we're back. It's been just over 4 minutes, and so you can see the fire. Oh man, it could burn your hair off. Pizza looks about the same. Pan would just be warming up. It's probably a little hot to the touch, but not really yet. It's not bad. It's only been 4 minutes. Looking up here, we've already hit 600 degrees, so this is the next step. You gotta close this. You know why? Because sparks, not farts, sparks will fly out the top of the chimney and you'll burn the neighborhood down. Let's close this so you don't burn the neighbors down. All right, now, potatoes. Everybody loves them, especially if you're Irish, so we're gonna eat them. And so the first thing we gotta do with potatoes, we gotta wash them. And I'm gonna explain why we wash them. Some people are like, no, you don't need to wash them. It builds your immune system if you eat it. It's dirt, right? So that's okay, no big deal. No, we wash potatoes because potatoes come from Idaho, which is sometimes a disgusting place. Not always, but sometimes. But here's a fact, if you didn't know, Idaho has horses and cows, but especially horses. And here's the thing with horses. I'm gonna dry these off. Here's the thing with horses. They poop. They poop a lot. And they poop on the ground. And potatoes grow on the ground. And so when you eat a potato and you don't wash it, you're eating horse poop. That's disgusting. Makes your breath smell like maggot poop breath. And that's not good. What if you're making a speech and your breath smells like maggot poop and horse poop? You gotta stab this thing. Alright? Potatoes. We're baking these potatoes. I don't know if I mentioned that. Actually, I do know. I didn't mention that. Uh-oh. Damaged my counter. Alright, so you just gotta jab it. Gotta jab it a lot. You can play a game if you want. If you're at home and you're bored in quarantine, you're like, oh, man, this is boring. That's okay. Make a game out of it. I think they call it Russian roulette. Put a potato between each finger. Probably need bigger fingers than mine. You just go really fast and yeah, you make a game out of it, especially if you have siblings. Let them stab it while your hand's down. So that's what I recommend. This, I don't know what this is. You use it on a grill, I know that, but I have no idea what this is. Now you got your potatoes. And I just want to share with you guys, I don't know what's happening, but I might be going to anaphylactic shock because my throat, it feels like it's closing up. Don't know why. Probably not good though. I'm just cooking for myself today, so all I need is like, you know, a large pizza, a couple potatoes, and a couple other things for lunch. So that's it. you just throw them in. You can see the fire still going. The fire may burn one side of it, so that'll be a pain. Make sure when you do the potatoes, you put them really low. But before you open up the window of this thing, make sure you open up this, I think it's called a flue. Doesn't really matter what it's called. Open that up. Oh boy. I'll open it wide so maybe you can see. I'll get it up close. Oh yeah. Put them right there. Now it's really hot right now. It's still about 500 degrees. I cooled it off a little bit. Yeah. Put it like that. And get used to it. Normally I wouldn't put them in when there's such a big flame, but here's the thing. It's just gonna happen. All right. Now look here at the pizza. See how is it doing? The pan is hot right now, but you can see it's rising crust, and it's just starting to rise now. See underneath, it's not burnt yet, which is good. It's starting to rise even before it's burnt. So just count on it burning. All right, and so we're gonna leave it like that. We're actually gonna close this, otherwise it will get too hot and it will burn the pizza. So we're gonna close this again. And also, because it'll burn the neighborhood down. So there's two reasons why we close that. All right, and that's it. You're gonna need to turn your pizza because it doesn't matter if you're cooking on a wood stove. One side's always gonna cook hotter than another side. So just turn 180 degrees and you're good. All right, so this is a very critical part of the cooking time. As you can see, pepperonis are just starting to get a little bit soggy, which is good. That means it's warming up. First, get a little bit of Italian seasoning. Just put a little bit on. Not too much, just a little bit. A little bit. Jamaican jerk seasoning. This is the best stuff. Gotta put it on. Most people wouldn't put this on pizza, but you should. Garlic powder, because garlic goes on everything. And basil, sweet basil if possible. All right, so put it a little bit. Oh, that's a good amount. And if you do it like that, just pick it up. Remember, the pepperonis are just now turning soggy, which means it's not gonna burn you. Which is why you put on the seasoning now. Okay, and then a little bit of garlic powder. You don't want to put too much garlic powder on, just a smidge. All right, as you can see, still about 500 degrees. It's been about 10 minutes that this thing has been on the oven. It's time to see how the potatoes are doing. Probably flip them. I'm actually really worried about them. Remember, open this as we check on them. I'm worried about it because there's a lot of flame in there still. So it's actually super hot right now. I can't get very close without burning my hand. So I'm gonna get this little thing. We'll call it a shovel. Flip that potato. If the Lord is willing, which he may not be. Oh boy. This is, we may lose one. This is how potato famines start. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, and you try it at home. All right, next part is you want to cut the chicken up. So just do it like that. Run it down. There you have. You don't want it too thick, which is why I slit it in half. And you want to take the other chicken and you want to slit it in half also. Rip off any fat like that. Just cut it off. No big deal. You don't want to eat fat. You're already going to have issues when we all get let out of quarantine of being probably overweight. You won't have a beach body, I'll tell you that. So that is important. Cut it in half. That way it cooks through very nice and easily. And then go ahead and cut it long ways like that, or short ways like that, and half again, and half again. Boom. You want to do it like that. 2 more slits. I don't like that word. It sounds very aggressive. So that is about it. You might make a little bit of a mess. There it is. All right, the next part dealing with these chickens is to season it right. So we got Mrs. Dash. Gotta put a little bit of that on. More seasoning, the better. Chili powder. That's good. Ooh, that's a lot. Onion salt. Oh, you gotta salt this chicken. Jerk seasoning. That's a must. I mean, I put a little bit on the pizza. You could go either way on that. But chicken, you gotta have jerk chicken. You gotta have jerk on the chicken. Put a lot of that on. Oh yeah, you want it to burn your throat when it's cooking. Garlic powder. I don't know, maybe I already did this one. Last one, a little bit of brown sugar.
What?
Oh yeah, you want brown sugar on your chicken. This will be so good. All right, get one of these aluminum foil thingies. A little bit of that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. I feel like Julia Childs, which if you don't know who Julia Childs is, you gotta watch her cooking show. That's who I've become right now. Yes, I wish we had guests, but quarantine. Oh, you're gonna be crying at home when you eat it because how good it tastes. All right, and I encourage you, make your own. You know, I want everybody. This isn't about me. This is about you surviving quarantine. I want each of you to make your own video of this at home. This is going to be amazing. Do your own cooking in quarantine and send it in. Send it to the youth group. We want to be able to see it. So when you start cooking your own, you can do something like this, or you can do something completely different. This is just the inspiration. If you need to isolate and go to a cabin and need to cook on a wood stove, I'm just showing you how you do it. So this is just one example, but you gotta do your own. If you don't live in the woods, probably should do this. Do something else. Maybe you want to bake cookies. I want to see it. So send it in. Send in your cooking show, your cooking recipes. Record yourself, and we want to see it. All right, so the chicken's ready. Now we're going to throw it in the oven. All right, the temperature's dropped to about 300 to 350 degrees. And let's look at this pizza. Oh yeah, a little burn on the edge just for texture's sake. Look at this. I'm gonna look underneath, see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's what you want a pizza to look like. Look at this glorious thing. Now it's not quite done yet. I just turned it. This side needs to finish a little bit, but this is gonna be amazing. All right, so now it's the time to put in the chicken. It's perfect time. You don't want it as hot for the chicken as for the potatoes. So it's good. We're under 300 degrees now. Pizza's, oh man, it's just about done. And so the potatoes, because potatoes take forever to cook, we're actually gonna shove it back a little bit. I'm gonna shove this one back too. Not sure how far along they are. Now that it's cooler, about 300 degrees, we're gonna throw in the chicken just like that. This is really hot. My arm is burning right now. All right, and now at the same time you put the chicken in, this is what you need to do. All the chicken's in, go ahead and close the window. Go up to this. This needs to be closed now because we don't want flames with chicken. Otherwise the chicken will taste disgusting. All right, so the pizza's almost done. Same time you put the chicken in, you also want to put some green beans, if that's your thing, up on here to cook. You might be like, wait, straight out of the can, won't I get aluminum poisoning? Like I said before, and I verified with the zinc person on the news, aluminum is good for you in certain amounts. And so you put that on there. Don't drain it though. Let it soak in its juice for a little bit, and then later on we'll drain it. Pizza is ready. Want to make sure when you cut it, you put enough Germex on your blade. That way it, nothing bad happens. So you got to get that all good. Shake the Germex off. And yep, that'll be good. And then, oh yeah, just cut it right into the pizza. Right there. Oh yeah. This is how Jesus ate pizza with his disciples. This is it. What a great way to celebrate Easter. All right, now the moment we've been waiting for. Oh, look at this chicken. I wish we had better lighting in the studio. Oh, man. Oh, that's very warm. Wow. Oh, that is perfection. Oh, wow. Look at that chicken. Now we're going to get to the potatoes. I don't know. I don't know if the Lord was willing. Looks like an old avocado. Hopefully this one made it. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Oh, well this one looks pretty good. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in for another episode of Cooking in Quarantine. As you can see, this is amazing. So good. And that potato didn't quite turn out. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a feast. You're going to make it. You're going to be all right. Coronavirus won't get you. You're going to survive. You're very tough. This pizza, look at this. It's amazing. Underneath. So remember, don't forget, we want to see your cooking at home videos. Cooking in Quarantine. It's a thing. It's a show. You're a part of the show. You're the guest, but you have to be a guest from home. So go ahead and make cookies, make this, make something else, make something crazy, something you can eat. That's what it's about. So come on, please do it. Join in. We'll see you next time on Cooking in Quarantine.